Welcome to mine and Lacey's screen acting update. So this is the third update and we're sort of covering weeks 3 and 4 here, I think, or 3 into 4. So what have we done in this week or so? I have tidied up and added a little bit more to my Backstage profile. It's suggested things like an intro video, having a monologue on there. It's now got my CV on there without home address. I thought it was a good idea to take that off, seeing as it's public. We've been watching out for scams as well, because there are a few interesting items that pop up on some of the Facebook groups or emails. So just be sure to check things through thoroughly. Nobody should be asking you to pay for auditions, for example. So just be really careful with what's coming your way and just double check it. So we've got lots more auditions, mainly self-tapes at the moment, and then callback self-tapes from Facebook and from Backstage. So Backstage and Mandy are the same thing, they're the same job, so you only need to be signed up for one of those. But I've also this week created, I say our Star Now profile, my Star Now profile, but I've got Lacey's headshot, monologue, etc. in my media locker. So if something comes up for her, job appropriate for her, I've got the searches set up, then I can send her media and apply for that job on her behalf. So Star Now has actually got some different jobs, even though it also looks identical to Mandy and Backstage and is owned by the same company. It seems to have a couple of different jobs. So I've set the profile up, even though I'm not subscribing for that one as well at the moment. But if something comes up I really like the look of, then I might pay a month or so I can apply for Lacey or myself. But Facebook's doing us quite well at the moment. There's lots of bits coming our way and we're having lots of opportunity to do a wide variety of self-tapes, which has been really fun. Sure, you know this if you're into acting, but it's been such a wonderful way to just let your emotions go in your own home, in front of the camera, playing a different character. I've really enjoyed the research as well, you know, sort of delving into other people, what their lives might be like. It's been so fun to do that. So if nothing else, you know, we're getting experience and we're having a bit of fun with it, which is really, really good. So I think I mentioned already, just watch out for scams. There are a couple of emails that I wasn't too sure about, so just check them out, check where they've come from, who these people are, etc. Nobody should be asking you to pay for auditions. What else have we done? I'm talking of self-tapes, I'm actually really enjoying YouTube for that. It's so handy for me to just put the link up. I won't say private, it's not private, what's it called? Unlisted. To put the unlisted link up. And so then it's an easy place that the people that you're applying for jobs with can go and watch that self-tape without you clogging up their inbox with huge files. But also it means we can see when they've watched it, because it'll say how many views, and obviously it's unlisted so people aren't watching it. So you can see when they've watched it, which is just nice to know that somebody actually watched the work that you've done. So yeah, I didn't expect to use YouTube in that way when I set this up, but it's been really, really useful for both Lacey and myself for self-tapes. Let's have a look. Oh yes, we're planning some new headshots. I know we've only just had ours a few weeks ago, but as we're starting to get into certain characters that we like, I had some pretty nice feedback on Facebook about being quite versatile. I know some people think that's a good thing, other people don't. I think you should sort of niche a little bit more into your characters, but I'd quite like some more sort of potentially period piece kind of headshots. Again, not dress up in costume. I was really lucky. I've really enjoyed shopping for characters. I found a shirt in crazy sale. It was like £3 or something in not even a charity shop. This was in a proper retail outlet, and it's black and it's got this just sort of little white collar, so it's quite formal, old, could lean towards sort of maids or that kind of thing. I quite like this shirt. I think it is quite useful, so I might get some headshots done in that. Quite enjoyed looking for the odd prop and costume in charity shop. Again, you don't need costume, but if the piece you're going for and you're self-taping for is from the 1960s, you know, why not wear something with a hint of that, maybe colour or shape, just so you can feel the part, and again, hint to those casting directors that you look right in that part. And I just find it quite fun. I wish I'd had an old-fashioned telephone, actually, for one, you know, the dialing telephones, but I think if I go too crazy, I'm going to end up with a house full of props. So I'm going to try not to buy a prop every time I'm auditioning for a new character. But yeah, do have a look in the charity shops and things, and even just go through your own wardrobe. I suppose adults, you've probably collected a few more clothes over the years than the children have. But go through your siblings' wardrobe. What is there that would work for this different character? Again, adults, are you looking to sort of play a business character or working class character, lower class, you know, play around with what does this character wear, and just sort of dress the parts a little bit, you know, hint at that in your self-tapes. Again, this is only me starting out and what I'm enjoying, but it was quite fun to go through a wardrobe and say, oh, what kind of character would wear this, and put bits and bobs together. So I think that's it for week 3 and 4 so far. So we're applying for lots more jobs on Facebook, on Backstage. We've signed up. No, we haven't signed up. We've created a profile for Star now, which was free to do. You know, it's only if you want to apply for the jobs that you need to subscribe. So we've got the profile all there, sat there ready to go in public. Looking out for scams. What else are we doing? Uploading our self-tapes to YouTube with a private link. It's not called private, I keep saying that. An unlisted link, and planning our new headshots. So that's where we are now. I'd love to know about your journeys into screen acting. What are you doing? Where are you finding your jobs? Are you getting callbacks, etc.? If you haven't got your jobs yet, and have you been given any feedback? Again, we had a lot of feedback in our earlier weeks, actually a little bit this week as well. You know, what is your feedback, and where are you going from that? Okay, thanks very much for watching, and we will update again next week.